What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, my name is MacKrille, and on this channel I document my journey. So hit that thumbs up button down below, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Today I'm going to show you guys my new car. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, that's where I post like the most recent updates, but I figured this was worth a video because a lot of you guys like my truck. I get a lot of compliments on it. People come up to me at the gas station all the time. Even people who recognize me just from my truck driving around. So it's pretty crazy, right? Like, I love that car. It's my first car. Had it for 5 years, but it was time for something new.
I got the black rims. They're on 19s because I'm 19 years old and I feel me and my rims are grown.
So what's funny about my truck is I was rear-ended in like 2018, and then I got another $2,000 from some guy hitting me on the freeway. So I got $4,000 in insurance settlements, and I sold it for $3,000. And so I got $7 grand out of that truck and 150,000+ miles out of this 1986 Toyota truck. Now, I did say a long time ago in another video, I think it was like right when I first started my channel, I was like, I'm gonna have this truck, I'm gonna keep it. You guys will see, I'm never gonna sell it. I will never get rid of this car. I will never get rid of this car. I'm still gonna go back on things I say in my 20s, probably when I'm like 30 and 40. If you're going back on things you said a year ago and you're growing from, you know, the person you used to be, I think it's okay to change what you said you were gonna do. It's not like I'm Joe Biden and I'm a blatant liar and I'm going back on things I said in the 70s, but you know, today I'm going completely ass backwards because I'm a fucking liar. Like, that's unacceptable.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Now moving on to this car, you know, this Lexus
I love this little baby.
was a one-owner car. It has 182,000 miles when I got it. I actually got my truck at 186,000 miles, which is interesting too. So I'm not worried about the mileage because the engine is solid. And I'm sitting here jaw-jacking you guys, so let me show you my car. So this was actually bought in Lexus Austin, so here locally, and it's just lived with an older man, or an older grandpa, who owned the car until he passed away in his 90s. And then it was gifted to the grandson. He had it for 2 weeks and sold it to me. It was listed for sale on Facebook for $3,500. And the pictures weren't that great, but I went over there, I gave him my spiel. You know, I'm 20, I'm going to the Navy. Can you hook me up with a deal? Come on, like, I need a reliable car. And so I actually got him to $3,000, and he went inside. His husband was like, no, we don't want to sell him the car. We'll just wait until someone else who had an appointment later was going to come take a look at it and buy it for $3,500. So I was like, dude, I'm so bummed. He's not going to sell me the car. Thankfully, he did. I negotiated with him. I was like, I'll do anything. I'll detail your car. Let me know. Let's just make a deal. I need a reliable car. And then he comes back out after talking to his husband again. He's like, all right, if you come to $3,200, we'll make a deal with you. So I bought this car for $3,200, and I think it's a great deal. For $3 grand, it has a lot of features.
Every whip that I own, and I own 50 whips, right? So that means 200 pair of rims. Automatic start on it.
The inside's really clean. I actually did a light detail on it, so I'm gonna spend a lot of time on this thing, cleaning it eventually. I'll probably make a video detailing it. But I mean, it's got this cool Lexus first aid kit. I think stuff like this is cool, just having the Lexus brand stuff on there. There's no accidents with this car. A little bit of sun damage there on the back. It's tan interior. The tan, I really would have preferred black because the tan is going to show a lot of stains. But, you know, it wasn't too bad. I shampooed the carpets and there's not a massive amount of stains in there, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, even underneath the mats, it's not bad at all. One thing I do like about this car is how quiet it is. There's a lot of soundproofing material. We got leather door panels, and everything is leather. Even these door panels that are made of plastic, because this is basically a Toyota Highlander. It's a 2001 Toyota Highlander with a different shape, right? It's not like the beginning of Lexus where they were just rebranding Toyotas. So at least it has a different shape, but it's still got these plastic door panels, but they wrapped it in like this vinyl leather. And then we have like a soft leather in the middle. And of course, wood, leather interior in the back. Like, it's pretty cool. Another thing I thought was interesting is all of these RX 300s from the 2000s have this like a weird green blue window tint. And for some reason, it's on these back windows, but not the front. And the Department of Transportation, or whoever was in charge of this, the government agency letting cars come in from Japan at the time, they approved this window tint. But technically, you're not supposed to have reflective, like chrome tint, I guess. I know in Texas it's illegal, I guess, but these cars have it. So that's interesting. Coming up to the front here, again, we get the same nice door panels. We have all automatic windows. This is really cool because I was using my crank window in my truck. That got really old because one of them didn't work. I had to tell people constantly, don't roll down that window or you're gonna break the handle and then it's gonna look ugly because then it's gonna have one handle. It was a big fucking mess, right? So all automatic, I just push it once and it goes down automatically. Power locks, I can control who's playing with the windows. And then also, we have automatic mirrors. This was cool too. I was missing a mirror for a while, but now I have both mirrors and I can control left and right mirror automatically. I've got automatic seat settings. That's cool. And then I also have HID lights from factory, as well as some fog lights. I'll show you up in the front here soon. Pretty sure I can just turn them on. So they're factory HID lights. I already did a headlight restoration on them, but they look pretty good. And these are the fog lights under here. I'm gonna turn them on right now. And there's just another switch. But, you know, from 2001, it gives it a cool look. And when you're driving around, this light is orange. It's a, you know, daytime running light.
You know what your girl think when she sees the L on that wheel? Lay me down.
Going back to the features here, we have heated seats, right? 2 settings, and then we have a really nice speaker system. It's not bad for 2001. And then we have a functional navigation touchscreen. I don't know if you want to call it like a, what's that word Doug DeMuro uses?
Infotainment screen. Infotainment screen.
Infotainment system, right? So we got maps, destinations, we can control a bunch of settings. I have a tape player, I can play all my cassette tapes, that's pretty fucking sick. I don't have dual climate control in this car, or dual zone climate control. I forget what years that became an option, but I know when I looked at another one of these, they had another button where you control different temperatures on both sides. So it's not a huge deal to me. But what is cool is I can control like the exact degree of temperature coming out. If I want it to be 65 degrees, I can make it 65 degrees. And all the fan settings work too. And the Toyota, it had literally 4 little bars, you know, increasing in length. And the last 2 worked. So if I wanted AC, I'd always have it on full blast in my truck. Another cool one is the sunroof. It's open right now. The sun is on me and it is really hot. But it has the lift up feature and it goes back. It's in the back position right now, so that's cool. It's also got this roof rack from factory, so if I want to put some shit up there, I can. And so far, it hasn't been too hard to work on either. So right when I got it, I didn't do anything to it. I drove it around for about 1,000 miles. I knew I needed to change the fluids. The previous owner, right, the grandson who had it for 2 weeks, said he had some stuff done to it. But there's a little bit of negative camber, right? So if we look, we have some tire wear on the inside of the tire. It's uneven. That's because the tire is riding down the street at an angle. So to fix that, I thought I needed some new coils and struts. So I put those in, got them from Rock Auto. I think it sent me back like 250 bucks or something like that. Or no, it was like 350 because they were 150 each. So I put those on and then it didn't fix the camber problem. But the brakes actually were making the wheels shake too. So I got new rotors, new ceramic pads in the front. The brakes aren't too bad on the back yet. I'm just gonna replace those when I do the coil springs and struts in the back. So I've only done the work on the front first because I'm on a budget, you know, until I get in the military. This was a super easy job. You know, this is a Camry, so it's not really that hard to do. Don't mind me, guys. I know it's dirty and needs a detail. I've been driving it for a while. I detailed it like 2 weeks ago, so let me show you guys the engine. There's no check engine light. I did have a vehicle stability control light come on, and also an emissions light come on, but after fuel treatment, that went away, and I put synthetic oil in it, so that went away too. So it's just running a lot smoother now that I put the new fluids in there. But this is the oil I use, so it's synthetic blend. I don't know if it was ever switched to synthetic in its lifetime. And then I changed the transmission fluid too, so got some nice full synthetic transmission fluid. And I mean, it was gross. The transmission fluid was black. So everything else is good. There is literally no leaks on this, guys. I am really surprised at the condition of this car when I saw it. And as soon as I test drove it, I realized this is the one I had to have. And the other thing too is the belts look pretty new. The timing belt wasn't making any noise in there. So this is the timing belt cover. And then the hoses felt good. There wasn't anything weird there. And overall, guys, it was just a good car. Perfect. I did want to start this up for you guys so you guys can see what it's like. Thing though is when I start it in the morning with the AC on, sometimes the belt will squeak. So I need to work on that. And then it's getting in alignment today, like I said, so perfect. That was the stereo. The only thing I wish though is it had some Bluetooth. So I got this radio transmitter and it creates its own radio signal, and then I have Bluetooth, so that's cool. But the quality is a little bit less. But this is the car, guys. I'll show you the engine real quick. It's very quiet. You can hear the valves ticking away in there. I don't know when the last time valves were adjusted, but it's probably something I can do when I do the spark plugs. The only other issue though is when I do the spark plugs, you gotta remove everything off the top here, including, it looks like, the intake. So I gotta reach all the way down into here, and that's where the spark plugs are gonna be. And there's not enough room between the firewall. So that's the only other issue. So shout out to Toyota's engineers for that one. Everything else, guys, it's looking good. This thing is just vibrating a little bit. The only other thing that is weird is this grill is zip tied on, and then we got like some spray paint action going on right here. So I don't know what happened there, but they spray painted the front of it black. It looks like there was a clear bra or something like that, if you guys can see that line. They like spray painted over it. I don't know. But the only other thing is this trim piece is also black spray paint. But I'm gonna get the Coach Edition grill that came with these back in 2001, as well as try to polish this up. I know spray paint can be polished, but you know, I'll do my best. Take it slow, wet sand it, and possibly do a paint correction in the near future. So guys, I didn't want this video to be too long, but I just want to show you the new car I got, because I know I haven't posted anything about the truck and it's been like 2 weeks. So I wanted to show you guys the new rig. I'm going to do some details out of it, show you how the appointments go, because I got rid of the water tank and I'm actually selling my vacuum because it's a little bit too big. I'm going to be changing my setup so that I can still do mobile details in this SUV here. Just make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss that video when it does come out. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I love your sign, man.
Hey, thanks, man. Hey, appreciate your service.
Yeah, thank you.
That's funny. He likes my sign.